I keep trying to come up with little things to say at the beginning here, but unfortunately, I'm really not that witty, like on the spot. I'm kind of witty in the moment, but not so much on the spot. So I don't know if this is even going to last. I don't know if this podcast is even going to make it past this season. If it does, I consider it a miracle. Hi, my name is Amanda, and honestly, I'm just trying my best. This is my podcast where I talk about whatever I want to talk about because I'm still kind of figuring it out, and I think that's okay. If you want to tune in and come along for the ride, I'd love to have you. You are now listening to Semi-Mindful Banter. Welcome to Semi-Mindful Banter. My name is Amanda Doyle. I'm your host, and I've never broken a bone. I have hurt myself, though, many, many times, as I am very clumsy. Today is something I'm trying out, as when I was on YouTube, I had a segment called Past Pages Unfolded. I'd like to do that segment today and see how you feel about it. I like my other segments, but I also like the idea of just a chill episode where I go over an old diary entry and reflect on it. A lot of people seem to like it when I did it on YouTube, so tell me what you think about it here on the podcast. I am brainstorming for the new season, if I'm even going to do a new season, because I was only planning on doing 12 episodes and then pausing and figuring out my next steps. That's why I've been trying different things, different segments. And if you have an opinion on anything, I'd love to hear it because it really would help me out so much. I have to be honest and tell you that I'm not really enjoying the podcast as much as I was before, but maybe that's just because I'm not doing the right thing with it. I'm not sure. That's why I don't want to give up on it just yet. I think I can bring it around to where it needs to be, or at least attempt to, and experimenting is a really big part of that. Experimenting is a really big part of life in general, because if you don't try new things, you'll never actually know what you like. By this point, you're wondering, what is Past Pages Unfolded? Here's the thing. I have a lot of diary entries from the past, as I've been journaling since I was in high school. I think it's interesting to look back at different points in my life and see where I've changed, grown, learned, and all of the in-between. Like I said a few seconds ago, people seem to like this on YouTube, so tell me what you think here on the podcast. Let's get into the episode. This week, we're going to be reviewing a diary entry from August 9th, 2022. First, I'm going to provide some context, and then I'll read the entry to you, and then we'll do some reflection. At this time in my life, I was working on my life coaching program. Not when I was learning, but when I was teaching. And yes, I had an actual certification. It was called Enjoying Purpose, and it was about finding your purpose in life and actually enjoying it. 5 years before this, I had been through a horrible experience that ended in an overdose, and it really fucked with me. It took a lot to get over it, and honestly, I'm still not over it. But at this point in 2022, things were starting to look up. Here's the entry. I had my first official session of Enjoying Purpose today, and I loved it. I had such a good time and love doing this. This is definitely a passion of mine. This all feels so natural to me right now. I talk about enjoying purpose as if everyone knows what it is, as if there hasn't ever been a time where it didn't exist. 5 years ago at this time, I was at the lowest of the low. A month since the overdose, and I was reeling. But now I'm a business owner and doing sessions regularly. It all came so fast, and I'm so grateful. So like I said, I was working on enjoying purpose at the time. I was doing regular sessions with a few clients, and I was loving life coaching. I noticed how I said that this was a passion of mine, not my main passion. That was something that I taught in my life coaching program, that you can have multiple passions and passion can change and evolve. I mean, look at where I am now. I'm not coaching right now, but I feel as though it could still be in my repertoire and I probably could coach someone. And I've tried so many things since then before getting here. I know I'll try so many more too. But there's nothing wrong with trying everything and seeing where it takes you. I was learning that at this time. I was feeling free empowered, and honestly, like I was finally healing. The only thing consistent about healing is that it is not consistent. So right now in my life, I feel like I'm in a different place with healing. But at this time in 2022, I was really enjoying what I was doing with my life. So I know what you're thinking. If I was so happy then and I'm not now, why don't I do that again? Because unfortunately, I'm the type of person who needs change in order to thrive. And at some point, I lost touch with that coaching side of myself. As I mentioned, I could probably still do it now, but I don't know if it would be the thing that could make me the happiest. Maybe one day it would be. Unfortunately, I'm still figuring all this out. If I had to give my past self some advice, I would tell her to enjoy every single second of where she's at and not worry about anything at all. I find it so inspirational the way I was using manifesting, speaking enjoying purpose into existence as if it had always existed. And though it may not exist anymore, it was very important to me at one point. So I tell my past self to keep what's important to her close and enjoy it for as long as she can. Feel the gratitude and embrace it. But remember that life isn't a straight line. You will be sad again, but sadness exists to transform us into something better. I know that enjoying purpose impacted my life because I think that every experience impacts your life. Everything happens for a reason. So I think that even though I'm not coaching anymore, it was an experience that was important and valuable. I see how I was laying down the foundation for my gratitude journey and how I was practicing being independent as well as going for what I wanted. Enjoying purpose showed me that I really could do anything that I wanted as long as I took initiative and actually did it. Enjoying purpose was a program that I did with clients that I had found myself. And I am so proud of myself for being able to find those clients. And not only that, but complete the program with them. Like, how fantastic is that? Coming from the girl who was so depressed at 16 that she didn't think she'd ever accomplish anything because she'd never have a future, this is pretty huge. And if I hadn't started my coaching journey, I might not have the confidence to do half the things that I've done since then. And we wouldn't want that because remember, everything happens for a reason. My favorite part of this little show is where I talk about some of the music that I was listening to around this time in my life. I know that we're all over Lizzo now, but her album Special had just come out about a month before this. So I was probably still listening to that because I really liked it. Some favorite songs from the album were To Be Loved, Break Up Twice, and Coldplay. And I really liked Lizzo, so it's a shame that she kind of turned out to be an asshole. I don't know. Like, I'm not clear on the truth behind the Lizzo issue. I guess I go with the herd and I believe what I hear. So if someone wants to clear that up for me, that'd be wonderful because I did like Lizzo, but she's kind of weird now. I don't know. Finally, I like to end these episodes with a moment of gratitude. I'm grateful for enjoying purpose and my coaching journey for many reasons, but especially because coaching gave me confidence. Also, learning about purpose showed me that I really could do anything, and I love that. I love that I'm allowed to do whatever I want in my life. I have struggled with feeling afraid of the rules my whole life, and it was nice discovering that when you turn into an adult, there kind of aren't any rules. You make the rules. That's all from me. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a short one today, but I appreciate every second that you spent with me, and I'd love to have you back next week so we could hang out more. If you liked this chill episode and like this format, let me know. Like always, I'm experimenting. So if you could help me find out where I need to be by sharing your opinion, it would be honestly so helpful. Like, really, I'm begging you. I'm on Threads, YouTube, and Instagram at the Amanda Influence. Also, shameless plug for my dog's Instagram, Josie Wants Snacks. And I'm also on Tumblr at wantingtomakeart.tumblr.com. Again, thanks for listening. I love you. You're a rock star. And bye. Thanks for listening to Semi-Mindful Banter. This podcast was created and produced by me, Amanda Doyle, and our theme music will be linked in the show notes. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.